Okay, so this question here is not a terribly difficult question. It's just a matter of understanding certain definitions and theorems. At this level of math, if you're not reading the book and specifically the definitions and theorems, you're never going to be able to answer anything. The arithmetic and computation is just basic algebra. You already know how to do that. It's more of an English course at this point to understand what terms mean and definitions and all that stuff. So first of all, you've got this vector here, A, and then you've got the vector B with length 331 centimeters. And you want vector B to be in the same direction of A, which means it's a multiple of A. And so you need to know these things. Vectors that are in the same direction are multiples of each other. Same with lines that are parallel, they're multiples of each other. Planes that are parallel, they're multiples of each other. That's the first thing you need to know. Once you know that, then you find the formulas and then you can do the computation. So first, identify what magnitude is, the length of a vector, Pythagorean theorem. Here's two different notations. You might see a bold non-italicized V that can be written like this with double lines. This is usually like, to differentiate between handwriting and computer, or you'll see it with a hat like this. These are all the same thing. So be very careful with notations. That confuses people when they see one thing and another and they go to different courses. Just be very careful to make sure you understand that. And they both just mean to take the magnitude, which is the length, which is just the Pythagorean theorem. And so blah, 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 you do that. Very simple. This right here, just writing down the formulas is usually half the credit on the exam. So you could pretty much pass a course without even knowing how to do anything as long as you write down the right formulas. So two vectors that are in the same direction but are different lengths, they're going to be similar to each other, just different lengths. And so I set it up. I let a vector A, we already know what vector A is. And then I let vector B be three different values there. And then I let the multiple be delta here, and that'll be multiple times A. So then you just go through and do the math. So let's take the magnitude of A first. Then we got B. I set up the magnitude of B, alpha, beta, gamma. Then I replace that with delta A, delta B, delta C from this. Pull out delta. Now I have delta times A. I already know what A is. A is this right here. So I can put that there. And then the magnitude of B was given to us right here, 331 centimeters. Now we have an equation that we can solve for delta. I solve for delta, that's delta. Now I take delta, I plug it into my equation here where I have the multiple of delta. And that right there is your B. That right there is in the same exact direction as A. And when you take the magnitude of it, it equals 331 centimeters. And if you want to make your life easy, you can use Wolfram Alpha to do these calculations. So I want to find the length of this vector with that multiple in it. And you can see it's 331 centimeters. So you should never your answers should never be wrong with today's technology. And the answer means nothing. Nobody cares if you can get the answer because we have computers. What the teachers care about is, do you write it neat? Is it organized? Is it legible? And is the solution correct? The solution's worth 99% of the problem. This is worth nothing. The answer is worth nothing. So you got to write the formulas step by step, so forth and whatnot. Okay, so that's that question. If you're interested in hiring me for tutoring, you can scan this red card here. You can get my ultimate cheat sheet here. And if you want to leave a tip, I'd be very grateful. Have a great semester. Oh, you can also download the PDF on the link I'll put in the thingy.